Hey guys, welcome back to Fix and Tricks. If you're using an Android TV, Google TV, or even a Fire TV device, today's video is definitely for you, because we're talking about a major update to one of the most essential apps on these platforms, the Downloader app. If you've been on this channel for a while, you already know this app is basically the starting point for everything, whether it's installing apps, sideloading APKs, or opening links. But this time, the update isn't just minor changes. It actually improves how you use the app on a daily basis, and that's what we're going to look at today. So once you open the app, the first thing you'll notice is that the interface looks cleaner and more modern. It's not a complete redesign, but everything feels more polished and easier to use, which is important since this is an app you'll probably use quite often. At the top, you'll see a header with update information, and you can dismiss it later if you don't need it anymore. Now let's get to the most important change, because this is the one that really affects your experience. The browser is now fully integrated into the home screen. Previously, you had separate tabs for home and browser, and you had to switch between them, which wasn't always convenient. Now everything is combined into one place, right in the address bar, so you just open the app, enter a URL or a short code, and you're already browsing. It's faster, simpler, and feels much more natural. Another big improvement is the sidebar. It now automatically hides when you're not using it, which gives you a larger browsing area that's about 38% bigger than before. And in real use, this actually makes a noticeable difference. If you've ever tried browsing or clicking links on a TV screen, you know how important space is, especially when you're sitting at a distance. Now everything is easier to see and interact with, and when you need the sidebar, you can still access it quickly by moving the cursor to the left or opening the menu. There's also a small but very useful addition near the URL bar, a hashtag button. When you press it, it opens a numeric keypad instantly. If you frequently use shortcodes, this makes the process much faster compared to typing numbers on a standard on-screen keyboard. It's a simple feature, but it saves time and makes navigation smoother. Speaking of navigation, the cursor movement has also been improved. It's now smoother and more precise, which makes clicking on smaller links much easier. This might not sound like a big change, but in practice, it makes the whole browsing experience feel much more responsive and less frustrating. Now let's talk about file management, because this is something that really needed improvement. Previously, if you wanted to delete downloaded files, you had to remove them one by one, which could be quite annoying. Now, there's an option to delete all files with a single click. This is a simple but very welcome feature, especially if you install apps often and end up with a lot of leftover files. Another important update is how Downloader interacts with the system. It can now function as a default browser on Android, meaning that links from other apps can open directly in Downloader. This makes the overall experience more seamless, since you no longer need to manually copy and paste links. In addition to that, some apps and launchers can now send URLs, shortcodes, or search queries directly into Downloader. This allows for faster workflows and better integration, since you can open the app with everything already prepared and ready to use. If you want to update the app, the process is very simple. On Android TV or Google TV, open the Google Play Store, go to Updates, and install the latest version of Downloader. On Fire TV, open the Amazon App Store, find Downloader, and update it there. You can also reinstall the app if needed, and if you have auto updates enabled, you might already be using the new version. Overall, this update is a solid improvement. It makes the app cleaner, faster, and more convenient to use in everyday situations. The integrated browser, larger screen space, improved navigation, and better file management all come together to create a much better experience. Now I'd like to hear your opinion. Do you like this new version, or do you prefer the old one? Let me know in the comments. And if this video was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Fix and Tricks for more Android TV tips and guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.